What is going on, good people of YouTube? I'm ImJslay. Thank you so much for joining me, and wherever you are, I hope you're having a great day. Today we're playing some Madden 21, but before we get into it, if you enjoy the content, leave a like rating, and if you'd like to see more, hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on to stay updated with all of my uploads. If you missed our previous video, I'll leave a link in the description of this video for you to go check it out, but in it, we talk about 5 more budget beasts that you need to consider adding to your ultimate team. So for today's video, I am going to be discussing how you can make 155,000 coins here in Ultimate Team. Now, let's just get right into it. We are here at the Mutmaster Series 3 mission screen, and this has to do with some of the missions, some of the challenges that you're going to need to complete in Series 3 for Mutmaster Sam Mills. So we're highlighting the Mutmaster Series 3 mission. What we need to do is, as you can see the overview there, we need to complete at least 2 activities in this list to earn a special +1 overall Mutmaster collectible. So that's going to go into Sam Mills' power-up, and it's going to allow you to upgrade his attributes and his stats, right? The next sentence, complete the entire list during Series 3, turn 125k coin payout. That's what we're going to be looking at. Now, this is going to reduce to 30k once the series ends, so we're not quite yet at the Series 3 ends. If you're watching this video and we're already at Series 4 or even Series 5 and 6, well, you missed it. Now, most likely they're going to have some other challenges that I'll be covering to allow you to make more coins then, but this is going to reduce to 30k once Series 3 comes to a close. So what are we doing here? Well, let's go ahead and click and show the activities that we have to do. Now, the first 2 we're not really going to be discussing, right? These are, unfortunately, there's no real method that you can do to get 1,500 team tackles. You just got to play the game, and you just got to be on defense a lot, obviously, because you got to make tackles, right? It doesn't say throw touchdown passes, or else you need to be on offense. So you got to get 1,500 team tackles. So they don't obviously have to be user tackles, thank God, or else it'd be Madden 27 before we ended up completing this. So you only got to get 1,500 team tackles, all right? So no real secret there. Just play the game a lot. Whether it's head-to-head challenges, they all add up just the same. No real secret, just go in and play. Now, what we're going to be discussing is the quickest and most efficient way for you to get 45 sacks with Sam Mills. Once we complete all 4 of these, we're going to get 125,000 coins, and if you look under the description here, it says, using your Mutmaster to make the play, record 45 sacks in a non-player friend mode, earn 7,500 coins. So, we're getting 7,500 coins per each activity we complete for a total of 30,000 coins, added with the 125,000 coins we're getting for completing the entire activities list. It's going to make us 155,000 coins. Right now, most likely you're going to have these sacks completed well before you're going to have the 1,500 team tackles. So like I said, we're just going to have to grind through to get those tackles. But there is a method. There is an easy way to get these sacks with Sam Mills that's not really random, that doesn't require you to go in and play head-to-head. You just play one simple challenge, and I promise you're going to get a lot of sacks. I'm going to show you the challenge, and then I'm going to actually show you the method, and then I'm going to go through towards the end of the game, and I'm going to show you how many sacks that we recorded. I know you're going to be surprised once I show you the final number. So, what solo challenge are we doing? Let's come all the way out. And while you're in the Team Affinity Challenges, you are going to specifically want to go to Team Builders Series 1, and we're going to come to the Tennessee Titans Challenge. Now, this one is a good one because it is a full game. They're only 3-minute quarters. However, you're going to be on defense pretty much exclusively throughout the whole time. So the quarters and with your plays, they're going to last relatively long enough for you to get a lot of sacks. I can promise you that. Another cool thing about this challenge is you have to win the game, and then your bonus is, I mean, it doesn't matter, right? I mean, the bonus really doesn't matter, but this is the challenge that I found to be most efficient that I've used in previous Mutmaster activity to-do lists to get these coins. This is the one that I've had success with. Now, you just want to play it on 1 star. You don't want to play it on 3 stars. 1 star is going to be the easiest that the computer's going to get. It's already on arcade mode. You want to play it on 1 star, and that's going to allow you to have the best opportunity to get the most amount of sacks. So, without further ado, I'm going to go into the solo, and then I'll be discussing the actual method, the play we'll be using, how we're going to set everything up. Okay, I feel like this goes without saying, but I'm going to touch on it anyway. You want to make sure that Sam Mills is lined up at the middle linebacker number 1 spot. You can put him at middle linebacker 2 if you'd like, but if you want to mirror exactly what I'm doing, I've got him at the MLB number 1 spot, so go ahead and do that, and when you watch this, it's going to make a little bit more sense. Okay, so the defense that you want to be in is any defense that has a 3-4 bear. I'm in the 46 defense. I believe the Kansas City Chiefs, the Miami Dolphins, the New York Jets, just to name a few, are going to have 3-4 bear in their playbook, right? So I don't know why I can't call a timeout here. I guess because no time is run off the clock. But I kicked off, and I just kick it off out of bounds. That just saves the most time. It puts them on the 40-yard line, but that's fine. Okay, so the play we're going to call here is pinch buck O. Now, what you want to do first is make sure you want to get to Sam Mills. Make sure he is blitzing. He's not. So you want to flip the play. Then you want to pinch the D. And then you want to, as you can see, we were able to swoop through, and this actually worked out just perfect because Derrick Henry picks up the fumble. But there's going to be a hole that's going to open up between the guard and the tackle. So you want to pinch the D, which is just going to give you a better, it's going to allow that hole between the tackle and guard to open up. And as long as Derrick Henry doesn't pick you up, and he's not, you can swoop in and you can get 1 or 2 sacks every single drive. Here, I'm just going to score. It's going to save the most amount of time. But you can get 1 or 2 sacks. Likely, it's not going to happen all the time. Derrick Henry is going to pick you up a good number. But now that we've scored, we were able to scoop and score the fumble. We're up by 7. I wouldn't recommend scoring a lot unless you can scoop and score a fumble, because then it's just going to be time that you're not on defense, right? So anytime that you're on offense, you want to just punt. You don't want to kick the field goal because then you're going to have to kick off, and that's just wasting time. But when I do have to kick off, I'm just going to kick it out of bounds. There's no reason to kick it deep at all. Just kick it out of bounds. It's going to put them on the 40-yard line. And I didn't even kick it out of bounds, so don't listen to what I'm saying. But anyway, so we've got 2 sacks already on the first drive. You can't ask for much more than that, right? So that's the play. 3-4 bear, pinch buck O. Make sure Sam Mills is blitzing. He's not, so flip the play. Pinch the D. You don't have to contain the linebackers. You can if you want. Or contain the outside edge rushers, right? So obviously we don't want them running the ball. That's why you want to scoop and score, because the more you run up the score, the more likely it is that they're going to call passing plays. So every single play is going to be pinch buck O, flip it, make sure he's blitzing if he's not, pinch the D. Another thing I'd like to mention is I'm not usering Sam Mills right when the ball is snapped. I'm actually letting the CPU user him, and then just after a split second, I'm going ahead and pressing that RB or the R2 button, getting that speed boost, going through that hole that's opening up between the guard and the tackle. But I'm letting the CPU control it for just that split second, and then I am getting that speed boost, and I'm coming through that hole in between the guard and the tackle, right? So that's what you want to do each time. Hopefully they're going to call another passing play. We can get another sack here. They're not. They're just calling running plays. So I'm going to hit stick him and force a fumble and see if I can't run this back for a touchdown just to go up another touchdown. So it hopefully forces the offense to start passing the ball, which is what we want. Doing us running plays is doing us absolutely no good. So make sure Sam Mills is blitzing. He is. This does not look like a passing formation, although they do pass. And we got picked up by the tight end, which was unfortunate. But we are able to come free. And unfortunately, I don't think I got that sack. I believe, yeah, that one went to Trent Murphy. It looks like maybe it was a half a sack, so we potentially got a half a sack. I don't know how that works because you don't technically have to get a half a sack in there, so I don't know if it gives you a full sack for that or what. But for this, what we're going to do is we're on a 13-yard line. I'm just going to punt the ball here. I want to get back on defense. I don't want to stay on offense. I don't want to make a habit of that, right? So I'm just going to punt the ball here. It's going to give them the ball on the 20-yard line, and I'm getting back on defense, right? But this is it. This is the play. It's just rinse and repeat, right? You don't want to force fumbles, so if you can, if you're able to, just press the X button or the A button to make a safe, secure tackle. It is 1 star. And he throws the ball just quick. So we're just going to score this. It is 1 star, which is going to give you the best opportunity to get sacks, but it's also going to give you the best opportunity to get interceptions, to force fumbles, things that aren't helping you when it comes to the method that you want to do here, right? But we're up 21-0 now, which is good. That's going to hopefully force the offense to pass just about every single play, which is what we want, right? So once again, let the CPU control it, take over, get the speed burst, and I pressed X for just a safe tackle. I'm going to try to run away, and it didn't work out on our favor, so I'm just going to score here. We were able to get the sack, which is good. I pressed X, which is just a safe, regular tackle, and I still forced a fumble. So it's something that you're going to have to kind of deal with. You know, it's a negative aspect in this case when we are playing this on 1 star on arcade mode against a 76 overall team. But nonetheless, you do want to get a few touchdowns just to go ahead and hopefully force the offense to, you know, do nothing but pass. And I didn't even press anything that time. We're just going to go down. I didn't even press anything that time. I just ran up to the quarterback, and it still forced a fumble. But that's 6 right there that we should be credited for. We're going to go ahead and cut it here to the end of the game, and I'm going to show you exactly how many sacks that we were able to force with Sam Mills in this one game. Okay, so as you can see, we ended up with 13.5 sacks. Now, I believe, we'll see in a second when we back all the way back out, but I believe the 13.5 does get rounded up to 14 when it comes to the actual amount of sacks that you need to get. Don't quote me on that, but I had 11 sacks going into this, so we'll find out how that's going to look. But you can see, right, 4, maybe 5 times doing this. It took me about maybe 20 minutes to do this, maybe 30 minutes. You're going to get it pretty quickly, right? A lot quicker than what you may think. Now, those 1,500 tackles, that's going to take a while. You're just going to have to grind through that. But this method right here, this is what you can use to get you a lot of sacks. I was able to get 14 this game, and I probably could have gotten more, to be honest with you, but 14 is pretty solid. Okay, so just confirming, it does not give you credit for the full sack when it's just a half sack. It actually rounds it down. Unfortunately, I was hoping it was going to round it up, but I had 11 going into that. So remember, we had 13.5, so it rounded it down to 13 because I do have 24 right now. So, but I was able to get 13 sacks. You got to be happy with that. That's 4, maybe 5 challenges, just depending on how many that you do get. But let's say we just get an average of 13. It's about 4 challenges, so not too bad at all there. You can see how quickly that you can do this. It's not going to take you that much time. Did get the 800 team tackle, so I just got 7,500 coins for that. I'm on my way to getting 1,500. That's going to take a little bit longer, obviously, than these sacks here, but that's going to help you get those sacks, which is going to help you in earning this 155K. Go ahead and do that before Series 3 ends. Don't know when Series 4 is coming, but go ahead and get on top of this while you can. So, I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, leave a like rating. If I wasn't clear on something, if you have a question, a comment, or you just want to say what's up, man, leave that in the comment section down below. I love interacting with each and every one of you down there. And if you'd like to see more content, hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on to stay updated with all of my uploads. I'm ImJslay. I'm signing out today. I'll catch you all on my next video.